Welcome back to the Mindcrack. Welcome back to the Mindcrack. Sorry. Got a little dubstep on you there. Don't know where that came from. So welcome back to the Mindcrack. I love to roll my R's and L's. Okay, so today we're going to be working on the village after a little bit of time since working here. Before I talk about the village, real quick, Spreadshirt, sort of to get my store going or to sort of celebrate getting it all set up. And also with the Christmas holiday season in mind coming up, Spreadshirt has given me a discount code to give to you guys. If you're interested in buying t-shirts or the mugs or whatever that happens to be in either my North American stores or my Europe store, so you can use the coupon code Zisteau 15, all one word, Zisteau 15, 15. Zisteau 15, and I'll put a link in the description to type that out in case that's too hard to type or something, but just for clarity's sake. So Zisteau 15 from today through the 27th of November in either store will give you 15% off of any purchase of $30 or more in the North American store or 30 euros and more in the Europe store. So 15% off. So this is kind of the big shopping week for Christmas, so if you've been waiting to buy something for, I don't know, your significant other or some friends or your kids or yourself, okay, buy something for yourself, by all means. Hey, treat yourself to a Zisteau shirt. But yeah, okay, so there's a discount code there. It is the day before Thanksgiving. I'm trying to get the next couple of days videos taken care of so I can take a few days off for Thanksgiving. So this video will go up Thanksgiving Day. This is the only thing I have left to record and edit. I'm a little bit ahead on Hexen, Dark Souls, and Skyrim. So this is it. And as you can see, I've done some work. I've excavated another sort of chunk of land out around the border here. You can see the old sign here where we set up some sort of objectives of things we wanted to build in the village, and that used to have sand underneath it. There was the sand wall was right about there, and I've excavated that much out, and you can still see in the back here, you can see how much I excavated based on basically this chunk right here. That's about the width I did all the way around. And I haven't added dirt back there and around there, as you can tell. But the good thing is, I started climbing up. I didn't mean to do that. And we've connected with the grass biome over there. That's kind of funny. So, yeah, that's bizarre. But I've cleared out a good amount of land now, so we should be able to do a pretty good amount of work. And I'm thinking maybe I'm going to have to do one more significant excavation all around to have enough land to put this village in before we can start destroying everything. But I can definitely do it. Oh, God. Get back on the ladders. Oh, did I stop holding shift? I don't know. Yeah, but we should be able to do a pretty good amount of work. And I think first thing we want to do is maybe extend the paths a little and add a few more of the cheap houses. I'm going up the ladder. Let me take a sip. I have a big old mug of mulled wine. Kind of a nice holiday thing. It's usually, it's more of a European thing, and that's where I learned about it and started liking it so much. So yeah, I do like having mulled wine in the winter. But anyway, enough of that. Let's build something. Okay, so we have these just 6 little houses, and they're kind of anemic. I think I am going to end up varying them a little bit. First thing I want to do, though, I'm going to, I think, probably extend these houses, and I want to let's smooth out this terrain. So, oh god, oh no, damn, I did it again. When you're holding shift here, you're safe. But if you get close enough to the ladder, it'll start to detect you as climbing, and you will move off this block, whether you're holding shift or not. Anyway, let's smooth out some of these blocks and blammo. Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, so let's extend this. I'm thinking the small houses. For one thing, I'm gonna add variation to things later after we have most of the village laid out. I'm thinking I was just gonna go this way and add more, but I'm thinking this little road is gonna turn this way, and the houses are gonna maybe go this way, and then maybe we'll put a general store here. And I don't want to delete my my fall damage testing platform. If you missed that video where I tested fall damage at different levels with different amounts of gear, I don't want to delete this. So what this is going to be like the community pool or something with a high dive platform, I think. So that'll be something like that, and maybe this will be the general store or a grocery store or something right about there. But anyway, we need oh god, I did it again. Oh, good. I need to be careful, man. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's just go here. Anyway, we need to add. We need to extend the path. Maybe something like this. So, bam. Well, that was easy. Okay. Next, let's have some paths and let's see some building frames for the houses. Pow. All right, that's done. Let's finish them off. Alakazam! Man, that was easy. Actually, after having done that, I realized I did not offset these houses like I did these. Let's go up a little higher. But that's just sort of a little thing to get some fast progress on the village. And as with everything I build, I like to do like big general gestures at first, and then start to modify things in more and more specific ways. So it's not going to stay like this. This is just sort of sketching, I guess, if you want to call it that. Yeah, but I forgot to offset these the way that these are offset. I may or may not... Oh, God, doing it again. I may or may not change that later. Okay, so this is going to be a shorter episode, I guess, because I need to get this... after I finish recording, I need to edit it, render it, upload it, and then I need to upload a Skyrim and a Dark Souls for the next 2 days, so that to provide you with uninterrupted video services. But okay, so the next thing I want to do, the last thing I want to do with this video, is design sort of the blueprint prototype of the medium-sized house. We've got the small houses here. These are going to be the cheap. It's supposed to look like a stamped-out subdivision. And if you don't live in the United States, you may not be as familiar with that, but we have so many of them here, and they make me just want to puke. Make me want to puke. Make me want to burn down houses. This is going to be a stamped-out subdivision. Very small yards. Houses extremely similar and boring. Medium-sized houses are going to be in this region. And then the mayor's house is going to be up here. I'm thinking of changing this to bricks, maybe? I'm not... nothing is written in stone, obviously. But I have to go look for bricks. So in an upcoming video, we're going to go look for a swamp to get some clay. There's going to be a park here, and the expensive houses are going to be on the other side of the park. So they are rich and snooty, and they are separated from all the other houses. They're going to be way over there by the water, because waterfront property is generally more expensive. Okay, so let's exchange some material. I don't need a lot of this stuff anymore. I'll keep 2 stacks of the slabbies. Let's get rid of the cobble for the most part. I will keep some dirt. I'm probably going to need to do some terraforming. We can get rid of all the jungle wood. And I think we're going to use birch wood initially, just sort of... my initial decision is use the birch wood for the medium quality houses. And once again, that may change. It's quite likely to change given time. Oh, look, I have a whole other stack of birch wood. I may need to go chop some birch wood. Or, yeah, I don't think I, buddy. Huh. God, get out of the way. And this is, oh man, this is so disorganized. Okay, so let's go chop some birchwood, and I have a few things that I could talk about. While we do that, this area here, this whole like floating village thing, I cannot wait to get rid of it because, for one thing, those boxes are really disorganized, and I'm gonna move the villagers down into here fairly soon. And I think what I'm gonna do is, whoa, I'm gonna specialize a few of the buildings in the village. Like there may be a warehouse, not like a grocery store, but a warehouse. And in the warehouse, I'm going to store all my boxes. And then there may be, like one of the houses will have my bed in it to sleep in whenever I'm over there. One of the houses, I may have an enchanting station there if I want one. You know, just general functions in different buildings. Yeah, I might store the food in the grocery store or the little quickie mart, whatever. So anyway, while we're cutting some birchwood, I wanted to talk about Feed the Beast. So, I have been watching some of the Mindcrackers Feed the Beast videos, and let me tell you, I was a little bit on the fence at first. I was definitely interested. But I was a little bit on the fence. I thought it would be fun, but I wasn't like totally sold, like, oh my god, I have to do this now. But after watching a few of the videos, I cannot wait to get on the Feed the Beast server. It looks like, I think that's, we're gonna have to go chop some. Okay. Whoa! Lag. I am excited to get on the Feed the Beast server, so you can expect Feed the Beast videos from me, Zisteau, right around the end of November, very beginning of December. Yeah. There is a lot to Feed the Beast, and there's a lot to tech it, and it has less mods than tech it. I think because it's a more advanced patch, like it's a more recent patch as far as Minecraft is concerned, and not all of the mods in sorry, my throat, too much mulled wine. Actually, that's a contradiction in terms. Mulled wine is amazing. People who have not had mulled wine don't understand, but they are quickly convinced of its amazingness. Last Christmas, I'm gonna tangent here. I'm just gonna go off on a bunny trail. Last Christmas, I have a recipe for mulled wine. I make it from scratch, more or less. I mean, I don't like take the grapes from the the vines and make the wine, but I mull my own wine basically. And my family, when I told them I was going to do this for Christmas, when I was visiting, my brothers were in town, my brothers' families were in town. We were all kind of gathered at my parents' house for Christmas, which is what happens every year for the most part. I told them, hey, I'm gonna make a big kind of pot of mulled wine because you cook it on the stove. And they were like, all right, I guess if you want to. They were all like, that's kind of dumb. They were not convinced. And then I made it, and everyone had like a cup, and they kind of took it like just, I think, trying to be polite to me. Like, okay, well, let's just humor him. And I tell you what, they could not get enough. I had a bunch of mulled wine junkies on my hands within 15 or 20 minutes of their first sip. So if you want to know how to make mulled wine, I might as well tell you, because the recipe is pretty simple. So what you need is, you need a pot to put on your stove, on your not in your oven, but on your stovetop. You need a big pot that will hold a few gallons, and it depends on how much you want to make. But basically, go to the grocery store and get a cheap jug of Burgundy wine. You want fruity red wine. You don't want a full-bodied, very fully flavored, like a Cabernet. You don't want that. because you're going to be adding spices to the wine, and something like a Cabernet Sauvignon, it doesn't have the room in the body for the spices. It's already pretty full flavored. So you want a fruity, cheap wine like a Burgundy, and just get like the big gallon jug. You shouldn't spend a lot on the wine. You don't need to. So get the fruity wine, and then you're gonna get from the spices. You're gonna get whole cloves, nothing ground up. You're gonna get whole cloves. You're gonna get whole cinnamon sticks. Maybe you want maybe 30-ish cloves, and maybe 4 to 6 cinnamon sticks. And this is kind of flexible, and you just kind of wing it. So cloves and cinnamon sticks, and you need like a cheesecloth, I think it's called. It's like a little bag that you can put the spices in, and then you can put those in the wine, and they'll just sort of percolate. And then when you're ready to take them out, you can just take the bag out, and it comes right out. So you want that. I think it's called a cheesecloth. I'm not 100% sure on that, but if you look around the baking aisle, you'll be able to find what I'm talking about. Just use your creativity. So you want the little bag to put these spices in, cloves and cinnamon sticks, and then you want white or the yellow grapes. You can use red grapes, you can use the darker grapes, but I recommend the lighter white grapes. Just in terms of the flavor they add, I think they're better. So what you want to do is you want to put that pot on your stovetop, very low heat. So if the wine in the pot is stirring around, like if it's simmering, you're slightly too hot. The big danger here is that you're going to burn it. So you have to keep the heat basically as low as your stove will go, and you want to put the cloves and the cinnamon sticks in there and let them sit basically for at least 3 hours. 4 or 5 hours is better, but it's really easy to burn, so you have to keep the temperature real low. But it needs to be warm and sort of just stirring around very slowly, not even simmering, less than simmering. And then in the last half hour, add in a few cups of sugar to just to up the sweetness. And then to determine how much sugar you want to put in, just do like taste test. That's all. It's real easy. Burgundy wine, cloves, cinnamon, sugar. That's it, and it's awesome. And you may be like, that kind of sounds okay, I guess, but it doesn't sound that fancy, or it doesn't sound that special. Trust me, try it. It'll blow your mind. At the very least, you'll have a good time. That rhymed. Okay, so how much did I get? Oh, yeah, that's enough. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go back. Okay, so feed the beast. Wow, that was a bunny trail. Extending the video. Wow, look at all these. Let me put some more down. Extending the video like this isn't as bad because it doesn't take very long to do that kind of stuff and just ramble on. The stuff that takes longer is the edited stuff where I build stuff off camera and then edit the quick transitions. So feed the beast. First thought about feed the beast is that it needs to be distinct in some way from, well, my other series on my channel, but more importantly, it needs to be distinct from my other Minecraft series, Mindcrack. So on Mindcrack, Mindcrack is like my building Let's Play, and I guess, strangely enough, my building Let's Play has always been, for a while it was super hostile, was my building Let's Play. It was Kaizo Caverns and then Legendary, and I built all my big crazy things in the super hostile maps. And for as long as I've been on this server, it's been, the Mindcrack server has been my big building project series. So if I do feed the beast, it needs to not be that. It needs to be something else. I'm going to be building things, obviously. I mean, you can't do anything in Minecraft without building unless you play stupid adventure maps. Nothing against adventure maps, don't get offended. So it needs to be something distinct. So there won't be any kind of lens type super extravagant, ambitious house to like push me to the edges of my creative abilities. Nothing like that. But there is all the mods and stuff. There is a lot of crazy stuff to build. So I will definitely be experimenting with building things. But there just needs to be a different style to it, I guess, if that makes sense. Let's put these away. Let's make some planks. I guess we should put. Let's bring a crafting bench and one of those and a few boxes. Oh, I have. No, this is gonna be right across the street, quote unquote. No, literally, it's right. Not even quote unquote. It's gonna be right across the street from my. From the cheap houses, and because this is these are medium quality houses, they're gonna have 2 doors each. So I think I talked about in an earlier video that I was thinking for the Feed the Beast stuff to kind of merge that the ideas I had from thinking about making videos on the Deathban hardcore PvP server and having it be some sort of thing where I'm my initial thought was that I'd be hunting down other players, but that's not a good idea because let me get rid of this axe. I don't need that actually. Actually, let's put that in here. Whoa, that's a lot of dirt. So I'm not going to be hunting down other players because unless everyone agrees from the start that we're all going to be hunting each other, that would be fun for me, but not fun for anybody else. But I do want to be messing with other people, and so I do want to have this concept of being operating in secret. Let's see, let's grab these. So we've got birch for the walls. Let's drop a little bit of that. Birch for the walls. What should the ceiling be out of? Just we can't make stone stairs unless we want to make the house totally flat. We could use stone slabs, but all the roads are stone slabs right now. So unless I change all the roads to something else, which I may do later, stone slabs for the roof doesn't make a lot of sense. It's interesting. What should I? Oh, maybe get out of the way. What if we use nether brick stairs and treat them as if they're kind of like clay, because they're kind of red. I don't have a lot of nether brick here though. I would have to go back to the lens to get nether brick. Okay, let's not do that. I may do that later, not now. What about that? Maybe? I think that may be... Okay, let's just try it, see what happens. I can change it later, of course. Why not? And let's bring some smooth stone. That's a lot of stuff, but I have a box down there to put stuff like this in. Let's make it daytime. So I'm thinking, and I'm still researching all the mods, and I plan to bring like a very focused, organized method to it, where I have like a specific series of goals to do things in like a really efficient manner to get a fast startup. And some of the mods allow for automation to a greater or lesser degree, and I want to obviously use that because that's part of the really cool stuff, one of the really cool features about it. And I'm thinking of calling the series Seek the Beast, where I am the beast. Like, kind of like I'm the Tasmanian devil, and I'm gonna like just come through like and like just destroy things. Although I won't be destroying things people build. Don't misunderstand me. More just like I'm sort of gonna be like a force of nature in secret on the server. I'll have like underground bases. I may, in order to minimize the impact of people discovering my base and like taking stuff, because if I'm gonna be like this force of nature, there has to be some sort of repercussion to being found. Like if I'm trying to be secretive, There has to be a reason to stay secretive. Otherwise, what's the point? But anyway, I may have like a series of small modular underground bases in secret. And I'll have to obscure the mini-map, which is part of the mod pack. I'll do that in editing. Let's see. Let's get rid of this hill here. Smack, smack, smack. Okay, and some dirt. Let's recover as much as this as possible. Every little bit counts. The amount of terraforming I've done in little chunks here and there is kind of retarded. Okay, let's back that up to there. Okay. So it's going to be called, I think, Seek the Beast, where I'll be like a Tasmanian devil. And so I won't be destroying anything anybody builds, but I may come through and, like, if there's a bunch of trees, like a forest near where people are building, they may log in, and there may be just like this streak of devastation where the trees are all destroyed, and there may be like maybe in the middle of a plains area there may be sand all over the place or something. Just like not necessarily kind of like environmental pranks. Yeah, that's a good way to think of it. Environmental pranks from the Beast on the Feed the Beast server. And something that just occurred to me, well, if it's the Feed the Beast server, and I'm going to be playing this persona of the Beast, what would they be feeding me? That's interesting. What would they be feeding me? Maybe I'd be feeding on, like, all the materials I'll be coveting and hoarding? I don't know. I think it's an interesting concept, though. And in order for me to want to do it, it's got to be something different from Mindcrack, from the normal series. So I think that's an interesting start. That's not a completed concept. I mean, it still needs some ideas and some more development. But I think it's a good start. I think it'll be fun. But then there needs to be there needs to be repercussions for being found. Let's leave this here for right now. Needs to be repercussions for being found. There needs to be, let's see, I think this road is going to go, should it go, yeah, let's go ahead and just make this an intersection. Schmack, schmack, schmack. And now that I've made all these roads, I don't think they're going to stay as slabs. I think I'm going to replace them with something else eventually. For one thing, I think building roofs out of slabs looks cool, and you don't want to build roofs and streets out of the same material, so that's going to have to change. But for now it's okay, because we're just sort of laying things out and getting the general idea going. Okay. And I'm just going to lay down a length of this, and basically so we know where the house is going to be. And right here, that's far enough. Like so. Let me take a sip of my mulled wine. Oh, if I didn't mention in the mulled wine recipe, the grapes. You put the grapes in with the spices and just let them sit in the bottom, and the wine will sort of soak. They won't exactly turn into raisins, but they'll shrink a little, and the wine should soak up some of the flavors. So yeah, you just leave them sitting around. They will usually sink to the bottom over time. So houses, medium-sized houses. We've got the cheap houses here. The medium-sized houses are going to have bigger yards. They're going to have a bigger footprint. They're not going to be square, but they're not going to be as cool as the big expensive houses over in the waterfront. Zombie. There's a lot of dark spaces under here. So let's figure out, how about we just double the footprint here of the total yard, just as a way to get things going quickly. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for one house. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 for 2. Because there's like an overlap here, it's an odd number. So let's say 17 blocks wide will be the yard for the medium-sized houses. We'll just double it. Yeah, that sounds good. And then for the big houses, we may increase the size by roughly 50% more. So we have 2 blocks there. So there's like a 1 block buffer. So we'll start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so that's going to be the yard. And we'll make it roughly, maybe a little bit deeper. Something like that. We don't want to make it too deep because this main avenue here, I think, is going to have some hedges, and I may even like divide it into 2 lanes. I don't know, but I want to leave myself some room there to adapt and play with things. So let's see. The houses over there are 5 by 5, so you get 3 by 3 on the interior, like that. So let's say we're going to make them at least 1 block wider. Yeah, and 1 block more this way. And the important thing here, or maybe not the important thing, but the more finicky thing is to make them bigger, but not make them look ridiculously bigger. It needs to look like a step up, but not like a, hey, zombies, man, making me paranoid. Let me ask you a question. You ever play Minecraft and you have a YouTube video of someone playing Minecraft on in another window, and you're watching them play and they're fighting monsters, and you ever like freak out thinking the monsters they're fighting are like right behind you or something, like a creeper hissing? That happens to me all the time. Okay, something like this. Maybe kind of like an L shape almost. Let's extend this one more, and let's see. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam, 5 blocks. Suck it, cheapo houses. Okay, and then we'll do something like this. So I think the bigger houses shouldn't be as symmetrical either. Yeah, okay, so that's not symmetrical in any axis. Let's I want to get a little higher and look at it. So let's pop up there and look at the overall shape. Oh, should have sprinted. Okay, initial thought needs to be a little bigger. Alright, I think that's good. Yeah, that'll do. Let's put some doors in. And let's see. Let's say they're going to have a tile interior. Maybe we should use stone bricks for that? Yeah, let's get some stone bricks out. Or I'll just make some actually right here. And I should probably store a few things. Let's store the extra birch. And some stone, that's good enough. And let's make some bricks. Lovely, and let's get our money's worth. Make some slabs. Put the extras in here. Where are my slabs at? Where are your slabs at? That's not gonna be enough. 18, let's make some more. Okay, that should do it. And actually, let's just grab this. All right, so we're gonna say inside of the house is gonna be tiled up, and we're gonna give them, to distinguish the front door and the secondary door, we're gonna give them a double door in the front and a single door coming out the back into the backyard, which isn't very big, but who cares? So let's do that. And let's say this is going to be some sort of... I was thinking like kitchen. Should the kitchen be a different type of tile than this? And if so, should we change it to a different, like to slabs instead of brick slabs? Stone brick slabs? But that's maybe too specific for right now. So let's just lay down what we got and worry about the fine details later. I always have to tell myself not to just get some work done, man. Just make some things happen. And I am out of those already. Oops. Meant to put the door there. There's the back door. Lovely. Let's make some more of those bricky things. Let's just do a decent amount. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so now we have a stack. We can fill in this guy. Zoom, 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 zoom. Pick up the extra because I still need a ton of dirt. Actually, getting the dirt doesn't take very long. And you know, this whole project wouldn't even be possible without the advent of the ender, because of how fast we can enchant things, and also the the ability to have efficiency 4, unbreaking 3 picks, and shovels, and also to be able to repair them with anvils. Without those 3 things, and probably a few other things that I'm not thinking of right now, huge crazy projects like this would be possible, but I probably wouldn't be doing them. I don't think so. Okay, so there's birch walls. And I'm thinking, okay, so everything in this house needs to be a little nicer than these houses. We're going to have more windows, bigger windows. Okay, so let's put that there and that there. I was thinking of putting a window here. Possibly. Did I bring the... I did not bring the windows. Let's go grab those. We will need them. Oh God. Whoops, machine gunned it. Let's grab some glass. Let's see. 20. Will that be enough? Do I have any more? There is 64 glass blocks. Let's make... is it like this? No. What am I doing? Is it like this? Yes. Okay, that should be enough. Put the extras away. So much crap in my inventory. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Okay, so we don't want to look at these cheap houses, so maybe not as many windows on this wall. But let's put some windows on this wall. Let's get rid of these, and let's replace those with the bricks. Or maybe it should be the wood. What do you think? Viewers at home, what is your opinion? Bricks or wood? And because these are nicer windows, they're going to be floor-to-ceiling windows. And because this is a nicer house, it's going to be, instead of 2 blocks high, 3 blocks high. There we go. I tell you what, let's just make it this whole wall. There we go. And I keep... I have this irresistible urge to spend forever on things and to be very finicky. I have to keep reminding myself, I have a deadline here. I have to have this video, like, not only finished tonight, but uploaded tonight, along with other videos. So I need to stop being so finicky sometimes. Okay, so there's a window there. Let's put another window here. Maybe they're not all floor to ceiling, because that may get a little boring. So let's have some windows like that. Ooh, yes. Like that, and then right here. Oh, check this move out. Are you ready for this move? In the corner right here. Pow, pow. We're gonna have a floor-to-ceiling little window right there. So when you come in, maybe I don't like that. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it for right now. Screw it. The time for hesitating and questioning your decisions is past. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do that. Maybe this window should do that. Oh, oh, oh! I like that. Give me that back. And we're not going to do interior design today, by the way. I should mention. That will happen another time. Okay, this is fun. I like it. Let's do that and that. And more planks. Yeah, I don't know if this is not doing it for me. It sounded like a good idea in my head, but not so great in practice. What if we do... I really like that where I turned the corner with the window. What if we do this? Oh yes. Oh, do you feel this? Do you feel the magic happening right in front of us? Ooh, I need a sip of mulled wine to celebrate. To celebrate making a decision I didn't immediately regret, which doesn't usually coincide with drinking. Okay. Okay, so we have a big open window there. Let's extend it one more. I don't know about that little turny turn. Oh, uh-oh. Let's put a brick under there. Ooh. Oh, yes. I'm liking this house. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Smacker. Okay, let's get up here for another vantage, and then I need to get in the bed. I can't tell you the number of times spreading dirt around here that I've been interrupted by creepers blowing me up, blowing huge holes in things. Yeah, that looks kind of nice. Definitely looks like a better house than these things. Okay, let's sleep in the bed. Let's turn it to daytime. We're making good progress. We're making good progress. Sleep. Kerplow. All right. So I guess this house is not going to be finished this video, so don't think that. I just wanted to get the basic shape of it down, and the materials and the way they're interacting, that kind of thing. Okay, so next let's start putting the roof up, and yeah, I think the roads are gonna change. I may change them to cobblestone or something else, but I don't think slabs is gonna do it. Not for me. I don't think so. Alright, so let's spread these guys. So another question. This has kind of turned into like a modern house, like a 1960s modern house. I'm wondering, should the roof be totally flat, or maybe should we put a little slope to it? I think maybe slope. Yeah, I think I might be feeling the slope. So let's actually stop what we're doing and look at it. Yep, okay, let's do a slope. So, let's say that this is going to be the high side here, and this will be the low side. Okay, all done with the house. It's not finished, like finished, but it's done in terms of done for this video. I'm happy with the progress I made. It's not finished. I don't know how many more times I can say that. Not finished. There's still some things to be tweaked. Let's look at it from above, and then from inside, and then from outside, and then we'll say Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Holidays. See you in a few days. Although videos should be uninterrupted. So there's the the curve. I guess it's 10 blocks, so I may do it so that it's I don't have this little lip here that's a little different, or I may make it so that there's an additional similar lip on the other side. There's definitely some awkward things to work out, but it's a good start. This wall right here, now that I think about it, this looks like a garage or something. That's too big. All this glass wall right there, it doesn't look right. Gonna change that later. I do like the way these are kind of curving through. I'm not sure about their total length or width or the way they're sitting, but they're kind of cool though. I like the way they look. So it's a good start. So that's our first, the beginnings of our first medium-sized house, and I will bid you adieu. Yeah, it doesn't look good from this angle, so there's definitely work to be done. It looks like a fire station with, like, that's going to be a garage door that comes up and a fire truck's going to roll out. So yeah, I'll work on it. But not today. I will see you in a few days, but there should be videos while I'm gone. So happy Thanksgiving. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.